Hi guys, and welcome back to Flow Dance London Studios. My name is Elena, and today I'm presenting you a tutorial on leg work for Cha-Cha-Cha, Rumba, Samba, Paso Doble, and Jive. For shortcuts to the topics of your interest, check out the chapters in the timeline of this video or in the description below. There's lots to cover, and I'm very excited to get started, so enjoy! We'll talk about the leg action for all the 5 dances in general and then specifically to each dance. To begin with, for the legs, both for leaders and followers, you need to have awareness of the body weight, whether it is on the left leg or on the right leg, so you can try that by transferring weight. This is very simple, but in order to do the correct action, you need to push from the foot to the other foot and push again. So that you're doing this by using both legs at the same time and not just traveling your weight from one leg to the other. Okay? The same can be done on the spot here. Even though I'm not traveling my weight anywhere, I'm still having a lot of resistance between the legs in order to transfer weight from one leg to the other. To begin with, lift up the heel and knee will project forward. And then place it down and then repeat the same on the other side. So lift up the heel and bend the knee. Now do this with a little bit more tension in the muscles. This is a positive tension, activating your legs and feeling the muscles working and the energy flowing from your toes to the ankles, to the knees, to the hips. So this is awareness of the fact that your legs are now engaged and working. So you can change speeds if you like, or you can make a very sexy, continuous action with your legs. Let's talk about Cha-Cha-Cha legs. What is so specific about Cha-Cha-Cha is that it is a very quick dance, and we have to have very crisp leg action, sharp, crisp leg action. How to achieve that? What we need to do is, instead of dropping our hips down in order to bend the knees, try different. Try lifting the heel off the floor in order to bend the knee and then rotate the hip. And place down and repeat. So you see, I'm now standing on my fullest height, and yet my legs are working the full amplitude. Okay? Let's try that in Cha-Cha-Cha. 2, 3, Cha-Cha-Cha. 2, 3, Cha-Cha-Cha. 2, 3, Cha-Cha-Cha. For the forward walks in Cha-Cha-Cha, once again prepare by lifting the heel, freeing up the leg, bending the knee forward. Keep it bent as you start projecting forward and then flick and lower the heel down. So you can see that the work of straightening the knee is minimal, as opposed to the common perception that it is very difficult to keep your knees straight when you dance Cha-Cha-Cha. The reason why it may be happening is because you may be working down into your hip rather than into rotation into your fullest height and just having a very free leg to move. Here is a drill for you to practice your leg action in Cha-Cha-Cha. Here we go. And Cha-Cha, 1 and 2 and 3 and Cha-Cha, 1 and 2 and 3. One more time. And Cha-Cha, 1 and 2 and 3, and flick, Cha-Cha, 1 and 2 and 3. Let's apply the same leg action to a more stationary dance move in Cha-Cha-Cha, which is the Cuban breaks. So we have a small choreography here for you. Let's go. And 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Here we're expected to have very crisp leg action to very little time in the music. So how to achieve that? Once again, keeping your fullest height and very mobile hips, very relaxed knees. Here we go. And 2 and 3. So see how I've done that. I brought the foot forward and across, and then I allowed my heel to drop down and a little bit of heel up on the back foot at the same time. And I'm keeping my fullest height as I do that. And 2. Okay, next. Again, 2 and. All I need to do here to go back is to bring my heel down. I'm not working my leg, I'm just bringing my heel down and transferring weight to the other leg. On the other side, make sure the hips are mobile, forward and across, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Keep practicing. 2 and 3 and 4 and keep practicing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Let's repeat the same to the count. And 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. We need to have not only crisp feet and legs, but also hips. Very crisp, light hips. In order to do that, you need to relax them. Do not try and work them too hard. Relax them and allow them to follow what your legs are doing. With a bit more attention to the hips. And 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And now let's focus on the rumba leg action. The difference between rumba and cha-cha-cha is that there is more time in the music in rumba and therefore more challenging for you to transfer weight from foot to foot. You need to fill up more action as you do that. We have more time in the music and we need to fill it up with much more shape in the body, much more detail in your body weight transfer, in the rotation of your body, in how you articulate your feet. Therefore, rumba walks are on the menu for everyday practice. Here is a drill for your rumba walks. So we close the feet, change weight, and we begin. 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1. Now follow along with me if you like. Let's break down these steps. So open up your chest, bring your collarbones up. At the same time, close your two centers, the gravity and the levity center, closer to each other. Rotate your hip around, but keep those collarbones up, shoulder blades down, and feeling the spiraling energy through the spine, up through the crown of your head to the ceiling. Now you're ready with the body weight on the ball of the foot of the left foot. Rotate your hips. Now feel the stretch, the tension on the back of your leg in order to push forward, but at the same time the arrow and bow action of the stretch of the front leg, knee forward and up. If you can imagine that action of arrow and bow. Once you have established this stretch, you're ready to go. Keep the leg bent at the front for a little bit longer. Now push and straighten the leg. Flicking action from the foot. Body weight in the middle. At this point, your hips are more or less square yet. Continue forward by rotating the back ball of the foot and the hip, and at the same time continue transitioning your body weight forward to the front of your right foot. I'll do that a little faster. Preparation and middle, continue rotation. The next stage is to rotate your back thigh in, which will rotate your hip and bring your leg in. This is your next preparation position for the following step. Tension, flick, middle, rotate to complete the step. This is when your step is complete. The next drill for you is the cucaracha. So what we have is preparation, leg to the side, transfer weight, rotate, transfer weight, rotate, close, change weight, extend the leg, transfer weight, rotate, transfer weight, rotate, close, transfer, change, extend, transfer, rotate, transfer, rotate, close the legs together, change, extend, transfer, rotate, and close. Now, the most common mistake is to rotate your hips outside the body weight axis. You see, so it becomes a little all over the place here. It will be very difficult to coordinate your arms. And by the way, we'll make another video on arm actions later on, and I'll place the link in the description of this video. So stay tuned. Keeping the axis straight and transferring it onto the ball of the foot, and then rotate your hips and be very aware of your axis not breaking anywhere. So you're still rotating around the straight axis. I'll show it to the side. So I'm extending the leg. I'm using my right leg in this case to push to the side, and I'm going to rotate my hip around, and you can see my straight axis is not changing. Transfer, rotate the hip, use your foot to transfer, rotate. Always feeling of your inner thighs brushing together. Always. This is a constant feeling throughout all of your rumba, in fact, all of your dances. And again, transfer, rotate as much as your body allows. And the more you practice this rotation, the bigger the amplitude you will get for your number 8 hip action. Legs are essential here for you to be able to transfer your weight from foot to foot, keeping your axis and keeping all the body engaged in the rumba, which is what we need because the music is so slow and so elegant. You need to look controlled. Samba is my personal favorite dance because of the variety of the timings and therefore the body actions and leg actions. It's always exciting because you never know what's coming up next. As far as leg work is concerned in Samba, it is quite similar to Cha-Cha-Cha and Rumba principles. However, there is additional actions for the steps with the bounce action. So let's have a look at Samba walks and locks in a bit more detail. Let's begin with the bent knee. This is a classical Samba position. Bent front knee, straight back knee on the ball of the foot, rotated hip up into squeezing into your armpit, and a very high collarbones to extend your upper body. So this is the position. If you take a picture, you know it's Samba. So from our perfect Samba position, we're going to move on forward. Let's see what happens. We bring the body weight forward by starting to straighten the leg, but don't straighten it fully yet. From here, you're on the way up in your knee, but not only up and forward, and catch your weight onto 2 balls of the feet. Continue by lowering the heel of the front foot, bending the knee, and back into your Samba perfect position. Repeat again. We're going to start straightening the front leg, bending the back, rotating it in, allowing the hip to the right side. Brush your thighs, brush your knees and ankles together. On the way up, right leg is now standing leg engaged. We're going to push up and forward. And notice how I've also twisted my back toe at this point, similar to rumba and cha-cha. Continue by progressing forward. Samba leg action drill for you guys to practice. I've included a corta jaca as well, so that we can have that distinctive difference between samba walk action with a bounce and then straight sharpness, legs like in cha-cha-cha. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, a 4, corta jaca, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, a 4, corta jaca, 6, 7, and 8, and again. From here, moving on to corta jaca. Again, I'm allowing my hip to travel onto my standing leg, bend my back leg, and then I am flicking onto the heel. Now, this action will be driven completely from your hips. So as you sway your hips forward, you flick the leg through, forward, but only on the heel. And then allow some weight to travel further into the hip and heel of your front leg. Transfer. Now, you don't need to work your weight back. Just allow yourself to settle back onto the right hip and bent knee. And then the same action, you're going to extend from the hips. You're going to extend into the straight away onto the ball of the back foot. So that's ta-ka. My standing leg is just marking the music with the heel and accepting the hip when it comes through. And 1, and 2. From your hips, 1 and 2. You can add the flick if you want, if you have time in the music. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. So notice I'm not traveling my body weight all the way to the leg. I'm staying pretty much settled on my right leg in this case. And I'm allowing my hip to sway forward and back and slightly diagonally. Ta-ka, 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 ta. Paso Doble. In essence, this dance is based on marching action because it is a bullfight and the matador is walking with grace and courage on the arena, controlling the bull. In order to characterize this courage and grace and tension also, we need to engage our legs at the back of the leg all the way down into the heels. The feeling should be that you're working the back of your legs into the heels, which will lift your hips forward, but the feeling is forward and down. What happens with the upper body? It's very important to look at this now because it will affect your leg action as well. What will happen here is that we are stretching the rib cage up, but at the same time, ribs are closed in. So now you should feel connection in between your shoulder blades working down as well. So that's your Paso Doble position. I feel everything is engaged now and I'm ready to move. All I need to do is continue projecting my pelvic area forward, and now I'm going to push from the back leg to make a step. Notice that I'm pushing from the back leg into the heel of the front leg. The leg is straight, receiving the body weight. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. The most important is resistance. So from the floor, in through your legs, into your hips and rib cage, and repeat with our preparation in the drill. 1, 2, 3, finish 4, bring your body weight forward, 5, 6, I'm making second step with a ball flat because I want to stop and turn. I'm going to bring my body a little bit in to the opposite direction of my swivel to gain the momentum. Project into your hip, make sure you're stretching into your hip, the knee is stretching forward, heel is high as possible from the floor. I'm going to continue into botafogos. So keeping the resistance in my legs to each other and into the floor, I turn 1 into a strong lock. Shooting action, flicking action of the leg to the side, hip travels, replace. And cross again, leg to the side, replace. Turn. Make sure that your legs are compressing towards one another in order to keep that resistance that you need for paso. Traveling energy into your chest. Flick, replace, change, flick, replace. Jive is the fastest dance of all the Latin American dances, and it is the most challenging, and you usually dance it at the end of your final. Tip number 1, keep your body weight forward as if you have a glass wall in front of you, and you need to press your forehead to that wall. Therefore, your hips are going to move back. You're going to feel quite a lot of body weight forward, so much so that when you bounce, it's very, very light on your heels. Tip number 2, do not jump up. Think about skipping action. So like kids, what is happening here? I am dropping my weight effortlessly. I don't need to work my body weight down because this will happen anyway with the gravity force. I will skip up. Now, the way I'm skipping is, it's a very light hopping action, given that you already have your weight forward, like in tip 1. It's very easy to skip by just pulling the knee back. See, my hip is traveling back as well. And then drop again. And 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. What happens next? When you're doing this action on your standing leg, the moving leg, so the free leg, is going to fold underneath you like that. Notice, this is wrong because you need to have your body weight forward. This is wrong as well because it will be very hard to control that leg action. The most efficient, the quickest way to bring your leg underneath is to fold it right underneath your body weight. You see? So I'll try that. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And tip number 3 is your sway action in the hips. That will allow you to turn, for example, 3, 4, if I need to turn quickly. Much easier done when you are swaying. Ta, 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 ta. Therefore, you have a lot of amplitude in your hips, so you don't lose that from your other dances. That skill is very important to maintain in your jive, but you're still very concise and can act very quickly to the music. Tip number 3 is also very useful for your kicks in jive. So, for example, we start and instead of bringing the leg underneath, as you lower your body weight down, you allow the foot to kick forward, straightening your knee. And a 1, 2, a 1, 2. So you see, I still have my body weight forward, a little bit more centered for the kicks. Skip onto the standing leg, which will allow my leg to bend, to fold underneath. Skip, and then on my gravity taking down action, I just allow my leg to kick. So I'll do this a few times for you. And a 1, 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, a 3, 4. Notice there's a little bit of free hip action going on. Do not tense up. The looser you feel in jive, the better. Of course, you need to have control over your actions, so it's a good loose rather than uncoordinated loose. Here's a simple drill for you to follow and practice in jive. Here we go. A back step, a triple step, a back step, a triple step, a kick step, a kick step, a kick step, a kick, again, a back step, triple step, a back step, triple step, a kick, step, step, a kick, step, a kick, step. Tip number 4 for jive efficiency is to have a gradual lowering instead of double bounce. So what I mean is, for example, in this drill, up, down, then we have up, down, down. So we're going gradually down, only once, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. So the gravity will take you down easily. It's easier to gradually lower rather than try and do a double bounce jive. So that's that for today's tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment below. Flow Dance London produces quality material for ballroom and Latin lovers. If you would like to support our channel, please follow the link below. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!